What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 6, Episode 21, Chaos and Curacaco. Curacaco. I don't know, but they've been working on my nerves, okay? It's too many people. It's about 19, 20 people. It's about 8 or 9 beefs. I can't keep up with it, but it is what it is. It was too much. It was over the top. Um, yeah, they need to go ahead and wrap this here trip up by this next episode. After that, everybody should be home. Cause I'm tired. We've been on this trip for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. I can't. We're not doing this. Okay? This is supposed to be a trip of healing. This is some bullshit. Yo, this is some. If I ever seen it. Whew. All right. Let's just get it going. Okay? So the episode starts with Amada and Alan, and I was like, girl, wait a minute, why y'all in the bed together? But you know what, La Mama, let me tell you this. You deserve everything you get from Alan moving forward. I would not feel sorry for you. I would not. You made yourself look stupid when you was begging him, you know, or whatever. And now you're just all up in his face acting like this man don't have a wife. Like, really, Amada? Like, really? That's why everybody thinks the way they think about you. Point blank in the period. Okay? So, Amada said that Shay is being a hater and she needs to be worrying about her own baby daddy. First of all, she is just trying to be a friend. But, of course, you don't see that because all you see, like most people, this gonna be my baby daddy. He gonna be around forever. First of all, he is not making himself available to your kids. He only wants to be available for your coochie. Okay? Second, did I not say he was married? And third, you just out here looking real desperate. I'm sorry. Listen, I know the people like Amada. I tried. I just can't. Like, you a bird. And that's just why we gonna leave it. Oh, and let me mention one more thing. Not only are you doing all of this, but you're doing all of this on camera with this lady husband. Coupled with the fact that he been cheating on her with 2 sisters, I hope that wife of yours take you for everything you got. Okay, Alan? Anyway, Trina and her husband, I guess this whole is standoffish AF. She always trying to give everybody her ass to kiss. And they talk about Ray J and F him too, because I'm over him. I'm over them. I feel like they can go. Y'all really not bringing nothing. You really haven't brought anything this season. Whatever. MJ is there. Shay, why would you invite MJ? But I guess everybody else is here. You might as well, okay? So she tells him Alan is here. And she said when she saw Alan, I knew I needed to call my brother. Why? You don't like Alan, so you need an additional person to come and help you fight Alan. That's what that's about. Okay? It ain't about nothing else. So MJ wants Alan to take accountability for taking, I guess, Amada from him from years ago. And I'm just like, MJ, get over it. Get over it. Get a bridge and get over it. Because you're getting on my nerves. Anyway, Gael tells the ladies that she have a special guest. She says she invited Faith. Her justification was this trip is all about healing. And she then she tell them I slept with him. So you slept with Fabo too? But then I tried to give you grace, but I feel like your grace is over with me. Okay? Grace time is over in my Dorit voice. Okay? If y'all don't watch the Housewives of Beverly Hills, that's what Dorit said. Grace time is over. Okay? Gael, you slept with this girl, baby daddy. Like, you can sleep with whoever you want. But then you invite him to the trip. And to justify, you're going to say he needs to talk to Shay about Jaya. They need to handle that on their own time. And it's another thing, Gael, you doing. You keep trying to insert yourself in everybody else stuff, trying to make yourself the peacemaker. Girl, they don't need it. Y'all need an exorcism. An exorcism. That's what y'all need. Y'all need Jesus. Okay? Y'all need prayer. Not even an exorcism. You need Jesus, prayer, some holy water, and y'all really need to learn conflict resolution at this point, because there's a lot of conflict, but I've seen very little resolution. First of all, it's too many people around when y'all having conversations, and everybody's always jumping in instead of just y'all going on the side and having a conversation, because that's what adults do. You go, you have a conversation, you listen, you hear the other person, vice versa. You come to a resolution. How are you guys going to resolve this? And we move on. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that, because everybody want to say move on, move forward. You move to the next step and you remain there and you move. You keep moving forward. Forward movement. Positive forward movement. Not something snap and now I'm still mad at you again. This is just a circle of life of Goofy. Okay? The circle of life of Goofy. Because all you mofos at this point is Goofy AF. Okay? Like, I cannot. Anyway, Trick Daddy. He tells Gael she's starting to look like a real homewrecker. Why? How? She ain't married to nobody. Why is she the one looking like a homewrecker and they're the ones who are in relationship? I could throw my inner circle to everybody all day long, but it's their responsibility to take it or not, because they're with somebody. And let's be clear, Fable and that girl ain't together, and that's not her friend. So to me, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that Gael can do whatever she wants under the guise of she ain't got no man. She's a single woman. He's a single man. And it is what it is. So they work together. And yeah, that's foul. Gael is foul. Let me say that. Gael is foul. I wouldn't put a piece of chicken around Gael, let alone a dude. But then that's crazy, because there is no accountability on a dude. Once again, you placing all of this responsibility on Gael and zero on Fable, because he know to say no, but he wanted to be there because he hadn't talked to Shay. This was him trying to get close to Shay. So Gael, enjoy the little life while you can, as I always say. But he really didn't come there for you. Let's be all the way clear. And Trick, you need to go somewhere. Just go. Just go. And another thing. Let me say this. I'm sorry, y'all. Another thing. Gael, you only know Fable's side of the story. Have you ever thought about sitting down talking to Shay? But you know what? You wouldn't. Because you so busy having this man all up in your face. Or vice versa. That you won't even listen to see what's the real reason. Like, anyway, Miami Tip tells Gael she invited Fable. She was like, you invited Fable? And Bobby walks up. And then Miami Tip Miami, shut up. Y'all, when I tell y'all, Miami been getting on my nerves. Like, I like Miami Tip. But she want to act like she's so above. But I ain't gonna lie, she the only one that been making sense on this trip. But it's like you pick and choose who you want to show grace to versus who you don't show grace to. And what I don't like is y'all feel like y'all don't have to show grace to Gael. Y'all feel like y'all have to pounce on her. And other people be wrong in a whole lot of stuff. But y'all only gonna show grace to certain people. That don't make no sense to me. And that's one thing I don't like. If you of popularity, they'll show you grace. If you have more I guess clout, if you will, they'll show you more grace versus people like Gael, So I don't like that. I feel like y'all kind of trying to treat Gael like she just the pick of the litter. And I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. Yes, Gael is very annoying. She really, really is. But in some ways, I do kind of feel like she's trying a little bit, but the people really don't see it for her, and I think that's just what it is. And maybe I'm a little triggered because, they don't really see it for her. But I'm going to say this to you, Gael. Come on up to the front because I'm still not finished talking to you. I need you to stop trying so hard. These people, I need you to stop trying to win them over. I need you to not try so hard. It is what it is. Either they gonna love you or they not. And you need to not try so hard in trying to change. If you're gonna change, change. You don't have to let everybody know. Move different. That is how you change. You maneuver different. You move different. Okay? Like, I just don't understand. But it's starting to look like you're messy all over again. Like, I guess. So Bobby then gets in Gael's face about inviting Fabo, but sir, didn't you just invite other people? Like, I need you to pump your brakes all the way, Bobby. Because what aggravates me, and I said this last week, is the way you treat Gael as if she's some side bitch or something. I'm sorry. As if she your flunky or your do girl or something. Like, I would have been popped the piss out of you. Okay? That's how Trina treat you. And instead of getting mad and going off on your cousin, you turn right around and you show that same behavior to Gael. But you don't like it when it's done to you. And you want everybody to feel sorry for you. Like, it looks like you're Trina's do-boy and Trina's flunky. Now you're treating Gael the same way. It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me because I would have grabbed him by his lips and by that hair and slung him all over that beach in Curacaco or whatever the name of that beach is. Remind me not to go until they saged the whole place because the energy was horrible. So, speaking of horrible energy and trash people and bird-like behavior, Hot Topic shows up. I cannot stand her. I do not like her. I don't like her. And I didn't like that other girl. I forgot her name. The one that's pregnant. Which is probably why she ain't there. Because she pregnant. So Zoe claimed she knew that they were in conflict. But she didn't know they had real beef. Zoe, be for real. You got sense. You know what real conflict, you know what beef look like, and you know that that's what they've been talking about while you playing. Hot Topic is a messy, and I know him when I see him. And she is that. She is that. She's miserable. You're mad because you wasn't invited, but aren't you and Bobby in conflict right now? Like, make that make sense. But now you want to be a part of the circle because you wasn't invited. You did something to him. You made him mad. Like you done something. I don't like her. You've been messy since we came on screen. And I really believe it was you who outed that. I don't care what nobody said. I think it was you. But it is what it is. Anyway, so Alan walked by, him and Amada come out. He started to walk around. He walked next to Flo and Gael. You didn't even speak to him, but you're plucking the both of them, but you didn't speak to him. But I guess it is what it is. So Flo said, so Gael and Amada and Flo get into, well, no, she walks up to them and she confronts Alan. So Flo is confronting Alan saying, so you're with her? And Amada jumps in. Why are you taking up for this man? Why are y'all fighting over penis? Last time I checked, this man had a whole wife. What are we doing? Why are we fighting over Alan? Like, I feel like he looked like the type of nigga that'll give y'all BV. Okay? Like, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. It's the audacity for me. So Flo said Alan told her that Amada coochie was stank. And Amada said Alan said that she tried to suck his. And again, y'all fussing over another woman's. But we all know Alan is community. Okay? So Miami Tip brings up a valid point. Why are y'all arguing and nobody's going off on Alan? Nobody's mad at Alan. But this is just the premise of this show, that everybody gets mad at the women. However, the men get to skate by. Like, nobody gets mad at them. Nobody holds them accountable. Because for some reason, they don't have to be held accountable. And again, Flo, you're arguing, the man dumped you, but then Gael jumped in taking up for her sister. Gael, didn't you and Amada just get along? Didn't y'all just pause up y'all beef? And you arguing with her on behalf of your sister, who you are currently in conflict with. Y'all get on my nerves. That's what's happening. Y'all Oh, y'all are working on my nervous system. Okay. So what are we talking about? Pinky Doll. Pinky Doll jumps in. And her and Amada start to argue. I would not let my blood pressure go up for you heifers. I'm tired. So I don't understand. Her and Amada start to argue. And it's just, I don't understand the both of them. I don't understand what they're saying. It's too much. It's been a lot of yelling on this episode. So Gael then says, Alan sent me a video of him sexting 2 months ago. And I was like, why is this valid right now? It doesn't hold any weight. Everybody knows Alan is a dog. So you're showing them the video proves what? It's not going to make Amada leave. She's where she wants to be. And she wants to be dogged out. So let her. That's not going to make her leave. That's my baby daddy, and he's going to be around forever, girl. You ain't your baby daddy, okay? I'm sorry. So, back at Miami, child, Mama Sandra decided to go hang out with Mike. Shay's friend. See, he was supposed to go out to dinner with Shay. But because Shay is out of town, he decided to take Miss Sandra in place of. So the one thing I do need Miss Sandra to do is stop calling him Mike Nasty. And I'm just like, girl, do you want to sleep with your daughter's friend? Because I feel like you do. So she thanks him for talking. Getting to know Shay or whatever. For taking up for Shay at MJ's event with Alan. And then she was like, I invited a guest. And lo and behold, who is back? Mama D. Hey, girl. Okay. Hey, Mama D. BICTH. And in So y'all, Mama D is back at the restaurant, child. She said, well, Scrappy is perfect for Shay. Ma'am, your son don't pay bills. He got about 6 children. He just had a new one with a stripper. He got 3 baby mamas, a partridge, and a pear tree. Mama D, please. Please leave us alone with this. This lady don't want your son. It is very evident. And when she was, your son lied to her. Anyway, Sandra just all head over heels for Mike. You just met him, ma'am. You just met him. Once again, I would like to point out the mother who wants to sell her daughter to the highest bidder. Y'all be pissing me off with that. Because the first come along, show his teeth. Y'all ready to move y'all daughter off on this man. You don't know if he abusive. You don't let your daughter get to know him. And if she don't like him, great. If she want to be with Fabo, great. That don't have nothing to do with you and your cooch. You let her run her cooch in the ground. Let her. It is what it is. Because guess what? You're going to be mad when you find out what happened on this trip. Because obviously your daughter ain't over him. Because your daughter been talking to him. Which is why she been very defensive while she's talking to Mike and they talking about Fabo. Because it's still been talking to Fabo. Okay? Anyway, Mama D asked Mike if he had a criminal history. He said yeah, and he explained it. He said he have a 25-year-old daughter and he wanted to be in his kid's life and yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking, you got a little kid. You got a whole grown-ass daughter. Okay, Mike, whatever. You just saying all of the right things, okay? I still got my good eye on you, sir. Anyway, I just need Mama D to stop asking this man all of these intrusive questions. Girl, when I tell y'all Mama D don't have no coop, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no coop sometimes either. I ask whatever is on my mind. I don't know. Speaking of that, hold on. My bad. I had to answer the phone to the one person I'm very crass with, okay? Anyway. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm trying to stretch out these videos. These people crazy. They working on my nerves. Back over at the shit show of this here, what they call it? This here, trip. Amada is taking her for Alan. I think she was taking her for Alan. I hope not. But at this point, you're choosing to be blind. Honestly, Amada, she's a beautiful woman, but like the rest of the other women on here, their self-esteem is in the toilet. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Y'all, I know sometimes I come up here and I talk to women about, I talk about how some of the women's self-esteem is. But again, I always say, if you're not in a space or in a relation with people, friends, relationship, whatever, and it's not job, whatever you want to relate it to, and it's not serving you, why are you there? How are you benefiting from this? How are you growing from this? How is the other person growing from this? How are y'all piggybacking off of each other? Like, that's not happening here. Maybe in my mind, I think that these type of things are supposed to happen on these type of shows. We can't even get a conflict resolution. Like, it's only conflict. And y'all, I'm over it. I'm over all conflict. I'm tired. That's why I come up here week after week and I be like, oh my God. Like, why are they like this? I just get annoyed with a reality TV, y'all. If I could just get like 1 minute, y'all, I promise. I just get so annoyed with reality TV because it's the same thing over and over. Like, it's literally nothing, and I guess everybody kind of go on there like this is just a job, and I get it, but we need something new and fresh when it comes to reality TV. And I think they always say drama makes the money, but drama is draining. It's draining. And then you always hear the people on there say they always trying to protect their peace, but in reality they don't. I'm sorry. Anyway, back. So Fabo show up, and apparently he wants to talk to Shay, and Shay seemed nervous because she hadn't seen Fabo in a while and whatever. But apparently she had been talking to him because Fabo talking about he want his family back. Meanwhile, you screwing Gael, but I'm not even surprised. So MJ tells Gael that Fabo wants to be with Shay. And Gael decides to be dense in the moment and decide, I don't hear that. Like, ma'am, he don't want you. He just using you. So Bobby asks Amada about MJ and Amada, and it's like, Bobby, why are you even asking about that? What purpose does that serve for you? And what does that have to do with anything? Why are you asking her that? It's almost like, again, when it comes to Amada, Bobby is very accusatory. And I get Amada's past, but at the same time, Bobby, stop. Like, y'all, Bobby really used to work on my nerves, and I really gave him grace these past 2 seasons. But this, you and Miami Tip be doing the most, okay? And like MJ said, what I got going on don't have nothing to do with Amada. It only have to do with me and Alan. And we'll talk about that at a later date and not in front of all of y'all. Point blank in the period. And I was here for MJ with that. But then their conversation was on some BS as well, if you ask me. Anyway, Bobby and Gael, Zoe and Miami Tip are in the room because then it started to rain. So Bobby was like, God is disappointed in y'all. And I was like, boy, what? And so he was like, he's disappointed in y'all because y'all don't know how to act and yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, okay, Bobby. This what we doing? Like, we are really here. So, Gael, and then Bobby started to cry about something. And I checked out. I really checked out, y'all. Like, So, Gael is trying to explain her way out of a paper bag about inviting Fabo. And so, this is the thing where Bobby and Miami Tip are jumping on Gael because she invited Fabo. I want to say Fabo was the only person, even though she was the cold person for this trip. I think outside of the people that were supposed to be invited, she invited Fabo. But Miami Tip, you invited Pinky Dog. And didn't Bobby invite a couple of other people? So for me, y'all gonna have to miss me with coming at Gael sideways. I know it seemed like I'm taking up for Gael. Even though I don't like her, I just feel like, y'all not finna play with her. Okay? Where is Suki? I'm sorry, I love Suki. Anyway, so Fabo apparently wants his family back. And Shay, you gonna be falling for another situation with Fabo. He's definitely playing in your face. And another thing. Ma'am, if you are this upset with Fabo, guess what? You don't need to be with him. Y'all making me scream. And I feel like I don't need to be yelling. But I feel like I'm doing a lot of yelling. Okay? So Shay said she don't believe him. And then they start to argue. And she yelled at him, talking about, if you really want to fix it, come sit your ass down and come fix it. And I was like, wait a minute now. And then she tell him, since you did not ask, Jaya is okay. First of all, he did not come talk about Jaya when he first sat with you. Girl, then we don't have nothing to talk about. But you want to make it, you are almost in agreement to making it right with him. You're almost in agreement to making it right with him. But he hasn't even asked about Jaya. Girl. So back at Miami, Mama D asked if he believed in happy life, happy wife. He said yes. Of course he's going to say yes. So Mama D said Mike is a good candidate, and Mama D wants Mike to get Shay a new car because the car that Shay have is the car that Fable bought her. And he was like, all right, I work at a car dealership. I bet you do. Okay? So then we get to Alan and MJ and this supposed talk that they have. So Alan walk up to MJ calling him a raggedy ass. MJ asks, why you show up at my event looking for your bitch? And I'm just like, first of all, hold up. She wasn't when you was trying to get with her, MJ. She wasn't when you was using her. She wasn't a bit when you was trying to rekindle with her just a few episodes ago. So now you're mad because her baby daddy here and you want to call this girl out of her name. You can miss me with that. Like, you're a jerk. So is Alan. Both of y'all act like y'all like each other, but whatever. Alan said MJ is a loser. That is true. But so are you, sir. So are you. Okay? So MJ borrowed money from Alan. He said he sent it back to him, Western Union. This fight is pointless. This where the show end. Okay? Y'all don't believe in conflict resolution, and I am all over this. And you know what? I don't know if this come on next week, but I sure hope y'all take me out of my misery off this damn show, because I need a break. Okay? I will catch y'all in the next one. Oh, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Make sure you're thumbing up all of my videos, you guys, so I can stay in the algorithm of things. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.